Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly invested in yourself? I'm not talking about the fleeting moments when you got inspired after scrolling through a motivational quote. I'm talking about the commitment, the blood, sweat, and discipline that it takes to become the person you're meant to be. You see, growth doesn't happen by accident. You don't wake up one day and suddenly have it all together. It's the small, deliberate choices you make every day. Are you reading, learning, practicing, and refining your craft? Or are you waiting for the world to hand you something you haven't earned? Because let me tell you something, success isn't handed out like a flyer on the street. You've got to chase it down and demand it for yourself. The world loves to talk. It will try to tell you who you are, what you can do, and how far you can go. But hear me now, those voices don't define you. Their doubts aren't your limits. Their opinions aren't your reality. Every time you let their words seep into your soul, you're giving them control. Take back your power. Focus on your vision and block out the noise. Let's get one thing straight. Ambition without humility is a recipe for failure. Stay hungry for success. Yes, work like your life depends on it, because it does. But never think for a second that you're above learning, that you've arrived, or that you're done growing. The minute you stop being a student of life, you stop winning at it. Everything starts in your mind. What you believe about yourself will shape what you become. If you think small, you'll live small. If you let fear dominate your thoughts, you'll never break free. But if you focus on your strength, your capability, and your vision, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Remember this: what you feed your mind today will show up in your life tomorrow. We live in a world obsessed with overnight success, but that's not real. What's real is the grind, the quiet, unglamorous steps you take each day. Don't wait for perfection to pat yourself on the back. Celebrate the small victories, the extra mile you ran, the extra hour you studied, the mistake you learned from. Progress is the name of the game. Stop looking left and right. Stop measuring yourself against someone else's highlight reel. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Ask yourself every morning, how can I be better today than I was yesterday? Then get to work and make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, focus on you every single day. Not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. Not because anyone else is watching, but because the person in the mirror deserves the best you can give. And when you do, the world will feel the weight of your greatness. Stay focused, stay driven, and never stop believing in your power to rise. Every day, when you wake up and take that first breath of morning air, you're faced with a choice. It's a choice so subtle, so unassuming, that most people miss its power entirely. That choice is: this will today be just another day, or will it be a step toward becoming the best version of yourself? Growth doesn't happen by chance. It isn't something you stumble upon like a lucky coin on the sidewalk. No, greatness is built brick by brick with intention, purpose, and discipline. And the sooner you embrace this truth, the sooner your life will start to transform. Now let's get one thing straight: growth is uncomfortable. It challenges you. It pushes you to confront parts of yourself you'd rather ignore. But here's the secret: that discomfort is where the magic happens. You see, it's easy to stay in your comfort zone, to live the same routine day after day. It's safe there, predictable. But nothing grows in a space where nothing changes. If you want to evolve, you have to be willing to step into the unknown, to stretch beyond what you think you're capable of, and to embrace the process, even when it's messy. Every single day is an opportunity. Think about that for a moment. Not just the big moments, graduations, promotions, or major milestones, but every ordinary, seemingly insignificant day is a chance to invest in your better self. The question is, are you making the most of it? Or are you letting those opportunities slip away, lost to distractions, procrastination, or a lack of belief in your potential. It's time to start seeing your days for what they truly are: building blocks for your future. Each one holds the potential to bring you closer to the person you're meant to be. But let's not pretend it's easy. Growth demands effort. It requires you to show up, not just when you feel like it, but every single day. It's about committing to the small, consistent actions that lead to big results over time. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't plant the seed today and expect it to bear fruit tomorrow. You water it, nurture it, and give it sunlight, trusting that one day it will grow into something magnificent. Your growth works the same way. The reading you do, the skills you practice, the goals you set, they may not show immediate results, but over time, they compound into something extraordinary. And let's talk about purpose. Without it, growth becomes aimless, like running on a treadmill without a destination. Purpose gives your actions meaning. It's the why behind what you do, the driving force that keeps you moving forward, even when the road gets tough. Take a moment to reflect. What's your purpose? What are you working toward? When you have a clear vision of the person you want to become, every decision you make starts to align with that vision. Purpose turns ordinary days into stepping stones towards something greater. But here's the catch: discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It's not enough to want growth, you have to be willing to work for it. And discipline isn't about motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. It's waking up early to exercise when you'd rather sleep in. It's choosing to study when your friends are out having fun. It's saying no to distractions so you can say yes to your goals. Discipline is what separates those who dream about success from those who achieve it. Let's be honest, there will be days when you feel like giving up. Days when the progress seems slow and the setbacks feel overwhelming. But here's what you need to remember: growth isn't linear. It's not a straight path. There will be ups and downs, victories and failures. The key is to keep going, to keep showing up, even when it feels hard. Because every step you take, no matter how small, is a step forward. And every time you push through the challenges, you're building resilience, strength, and character. One of the greatest misconceptions about growth is that it's all about reaching the finish line. But the truth is, the journey itself is where the real transformation happens. It's in the daily grind, the quiet moments of effort, and the sacrifices you make along the way that you discover who you truly are. Growth isn't about becoming someone else, it's about uncovering the greatness that's already within you and bringing it to the surface. So how do you start? By making a decision. Decide that today will not be wasted. Decide that your time is too valuable to spend on things that don't serve your growth. Start small. Read a chapter of a book. Take a class. Learn a new skill. Set a goal and break it down into manageable steps. And most importantly, commit to the process. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is your willingness to grow into the person who can achieve it. You are a work in progress, and that's a beautiful thing. Embrace the process, be patient with yourself, and never stop striving to be better. Because every day you choose growth, you're not just building a better life, you're building a better you. And that, my friend, is the foundation of true greatness. Every person on this planet is surrounded by noise. It's not always the kind you hear with your ears, sometimes it's the kind that seeps into your mind, whispers doubts, and clouds your focus. This noise can come from anywhere: opinions from others, the constant hum of social media, the pressure to conform, or the expectations placed on you by society. It's relentless, isn't it? But here's the truth: if you don't learn to silence the noise, it will drown out the voice that matters most, yours. Let's begin with distractions. In this modern world, they're everywhere. They blink, they buzz, and they pull you away from what truly matters. Whether it's your phone lighting up with notifications or the allure of mindless scrolling, these distractions rob you of your time, your energy, and your focus. Every time you give in, you're allowing something outside of you to dictate how you spend your day. And days add up to weeks, months, and years. How many of those years are you willing to sacrifice to distractions? Time is the one resource you can never get back, and every second you spend on something unimportant is a second stolen from your dreams. But distractions aren't the only kind of noise. Opinions are just as powerful, if not more so. Think about how often you let someone else's words affect you. Maybe they told you your goal was unrealistic, or your idea wasn't good enough. Maybe they laughed at your ambition or questioned your choices. And maybe, just maybe, you started to believe them. But here's the thing, their opinions are not your truth. What someone else thinks about your life says more about them than it does about you. Yet too often, we internalize these opinions, letting them shape our decisions and our self-worth. Why? Because we fear rejection, judgment, or standing out. But greatness doesn't come from fitting in, it comes from having the courage to follow your own path, even when it's unpopular. Your life is not a public debate. It's not up for a vote. It's not something that needs to be approved or validated by others. Your life is yours, your responsibility, your journey, your masterpiece. When you allow others to dictate your choices, you give away your power. You hand over the steering wheel of your life to someone who isn't even driving in the same direction. Stop seeking permission to chase your dreams. Stop waiting for the world to clap for you before you start moving. Silence the noise of their opinions and take back control. Silencing the noise doesn't mean cutting yourself off from the world, it means being selective about what you let in. You have the power to choose who and what influences you. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who challenge you to grow, and who believe in your potential. These voices will fuel your journey, not hinder it. At the same time, learn to identify the voices that drain you, those who criticize without offering solutions, who project their fears onto you, or who belittle your dreams because they've given up on their own. These voices have no place in your life. Now, let's talk about the internal noise, the doubts and fears that creep in when no one else is around. This noise can be the hardest to silence because it comes from within. It tells you you're not good enough, that you're not ready, or that you'll fail. But here's what you need to understand: those doubts are not the truth. They are a reflection of your fears, not your reality. Every time you hear that voice in your head telling you to stop, to give up, or to play it safe, challenge it. Replace it with a voice that believes in you. Speak affirmations over yourself. Remind yourself of your strengths, and focus on the progress you've already made. The voice you feed is the one that will grow stronger, so choose wisely. The path to your goals will never be completely quiet. There will always be noise, external and internal. The key is learning how to navigate it without losing your focus. One way to do this is to create space for stillness in your life. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply spending time in silence, these moments allow you to reconnect with your vision and hear your own thoughts clearly. In stillness, you'll find the clarity to distinguish between what's important and what's just noise. You don't owe anyone an explanation for the choices you make in pursuit of your goals. You don't need to justify your dreams or defend your ambition. Those who truly support you will understand, and those who don't were never meant to be part of your journey. Stand firm in your decisions and let your actions speak louder than their words. The best way to silence the noise is to succeed in spite of it. As you move forward, remind yourself daily that your life is yours to live. Focus on your vision, your purpose, and your progress. The world will always have something to say, but you don't have to listen. Choose to listen to the voice within you, the one that knows your potential, sees your greatness, and believes in your ability to achieve it. When you do, the noise will fade into the background, and all that will remain is the sound of your footsteps, steady and strong, moving closer to your dreams. Success is a journey that demands more than talent, luck, or ambition. It calls for a unique blend of hunger and humility, a relentless drive to achieve, combined with the grounded understanding that no one is above the process. Success doesn't come to those who sit back and wait for it. It doesn't favor the entitled or the complacent. Instead, it seeks out those who are willing to work, sacrifice, and stay true to themselves, no matter how high they climb. Hunger is the fire that fuels your journey. It's the deep, insatiable desire to grow, achieve, and become more than you were yesterday. Hunger is what gets you out of bed before the sun rises. It's what keeps you going when the odds are stacked against you. But hunger isn't just about wanting success, it's about wanting it badly enough to put in the work. It's about showing up every day with passion and purpose, even when no one is watching. Hunger means doing the hard things, the things most people shy away from, because you know they're necessary to get where you want to go. This kind of hunger isn't something you're born with, it's something you cultivate. It starts with a vision, a clear picture of what you want your life to look like. That vision becomes the driving force behind everything you do. It gives you a reason to push through the discomfort, to keep going when others quit. But hunger alone isn't enough. If it's not balanced by humility, it can lead to arrogance, entitlement, and ultimately failure. Is what keeps you grounded. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're capable, but also from understanding that you're never above learning, growing, or improving. Humility reminds you that success is not a solo effort. It's built on the shoulders of those who came before you, supported by the people around you, and shaped by the lessons you learn along the way. Humility is what keeps you open to feedback, willing to adapt, and ready to acknowledge your mistakes. It's the mindset that says, I've come far, but I still have so much more to learn. When you stay hungry, you're always reaching for the next level. But when you stay humble, you never lose sight of the journey that got you there. Success isn't a destination, it's a process. It's a series of moments, achievements, and lessons that shape you over time. If you forget that, if you start to believe you've made it, or that you're better than others because of your accomplishments, you risk losing everything you've worked so hard to build. Success can be fleeting for those who let their ego take the wheel. The world is full of people who start strong but falter along the way. They lose their hunger or let their success inflate their sense of self-importance. But true greatness lies in the ability to keep going, to stay committed, and to never let success change who you are at your core. Staying hungry and staying humble is not just about achieving your goals, it's about sustaining your success and continuing to grow long after you've reached them. Hunger and humility work hand in hand. Hunger drives you to aim higher, while humility keeps you grounded enough to understand that you're never done learning. It's this balance that allows you to navigate the challenges and triumphs of life with grace and resilience. When you're hungry, you don't settle for mediocrity. You demand excellence from yourself and those around you. But when you're humble, you remain approachable, teachable, and connected to the people and experiences that matter most. Success, at its core, is not just about personal achievement. It's about impact. It's about how your hard work, perseverance, and attitude inspire others to strive for their own greatness. When you stay hungry, you set an example of what's possible through dedication and effort. When you stay humble, you remind others that success is a journey, not a pedestal. You show them that it's not about being better than anyone else, it's about being better than you were yesterday. Every step of the way, there will be moments that test your hunger and your humility. There will be days when the fire in your belly feels like a flicker instead of a blaze. On those days, remind yourself of why you started. Revisit your vision, reconnect with your purpose, and reignite that hunger within you. And when success comes knocking, as it inevitably will if you stay the course, remember to celebrate without losing sight of the values that got you there. No one achieves greatness by accident. It takes intentional effort, unshakable focus, and a willingness to put in the work day after day. But it also takes the humility to understand that success is not an entitlement, it's a privilege. It's earned through sacrifice, perseverance, and a commitment to growth. And it's maintained by staying true to yourself no matter how far you climb. So, stay hungry. Keep that fire alive. Let it push you to dream bigger, work harder, and never settle for less than your best. But also, stay humble. Let humility be the foundation on which your success is built. Because the moment you think you've arrived is the moment you stop growing. And growth, after all, is the essence of true success. Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It shapes your perceptions, directs your actions, and ultimately determines your reality. Yet so many people underestimate its influence or fail to harness its true potential. The truth is, if you want to achieve greatness, you must first master your mindset. Your mind isn't just a passive observer of your circumstances, it's the architect of your life. It can be your greatest ally or your toughest adversary, depending on how you train it. Mastering your mindset begins with belief in yourself and in your potential. Without this foundation, you will falter at the first sign of difficulty. But belief is not something that magically appears, it is cultivated through intention and practice. You must train your mind to see possibilities where others see obstacles. You must convince yourself that you are capable of achieving your goals, even when evidence is scarce. It's not about blind optimism, it's about choosing to focus on what you can do rather than what you can't. Your mindset determines how you interpret the events of your life. When challenges arise, you have a choice to see them as insurmountable barriers or as opportunities for growth. The world doesn't change based on your perception, but your ability to navigate it does. A mind trained to find solutions instead of dwelling on problems is a mind that will always move forward. Train yourself to ask the right questions. What can I learn from this? How can I turn this situation to my advantage? These questions shift your focus from limitations to possibilities. Focus is another critical aspect of mastering your mindset. The world is full of distractions, things vying for your attention and pulling you away from your vision. If you're not intentional about what you focus on, your mind will wander and your goals will slip further from your grasp. Training your mind to focus means learning to say no to what doesn't serve you. It means cutting out the noise, avoiding distractions, and committing fully to the tasks that align with your vision. Focus is a muscle, and like any muscle, it grows stronger with consistent practice. But focus isn't just about where you direct your attention, it's also about how you maintain it in the face of negativity. Negativity is like a weed that can take root in your mind if you're not vigilant. It can come from external sources, criticism, doubt, fear, or from within, in the form of self-doubt and limiting beliefs. To master your mindset, you must reject negativity in all its forms. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means refusing to let negativity dictate your actions or your sense of self-worth. Negativity often finds its way into your mind through repetition. The more you hear something, whether it's a disparaging comment from someone else or a self-critical thought in your own mind, the more likely you are to believe it. The antidote to this is to actively replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Affirmations, visualization, and gratitude are powerful tools for this. Speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement. Visualize yourself achieving your goals. Take time each day to acknowledge the things you're grateful for. These practices shift your focus away from what's wrong and towards what's possible. Another key to mastering your mindset is self-awareness. You can't change what you're not aware of. Take the time to understand your thought patterns. Pay attention to the stories you tell yourself and the beliefs you hold about what's possible. Are these beliefs serving you, or are they holding you back? Challenge the thoughts that limit you. Ask yourself, is this true? Or is it just a story I've been telling myself? The more you question your limiting beliefs, the more power you have to rewrite them. Mastering your mindset also requires discipline. Change doesn't happen overnight, and it certainly doesn't happen without effort. You must commit to the process of growth, even when it's uncomfortable. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. It's what allows you to push past fear, doubt, and resistance. Train your mind to associate discipline with empowerment, not restriction. Every small step you take towards building a stronger mindset is a step closer to becoming the person you want to be. Mastering your mindset is not about achieving perfection. It's about progress. There will be days when negativity creeps in, when focus wavers, or when self-doubt whispers in your ear. On those days, remind yourself that mastering your mindset is a lifelong journey. It's not about never falling, it's about always getting back up. Give yourself grace, but also hold yourself accountable. Growth happens in the moments when you choose to persevere, even when it's difficult. Your mind is your greatest asset, but it is also your responsibility. No one else can train it for you. The way you think, the beliefs you hold, and the focus you maintain are entirely within your control. By mastering your mindset, you take ownership of your life. You become the driver of your destiny, not a passenger carried along by circumstance. So train your mind to believe in your potential, to focus on your vision, and to reject negativity. When you do, you'll unlock a power within you that is unstoppable. Transformation is not an instant event, but a continuous journey. We often fall into the trap of believing that success requires perfection, that every step must be flawless and every effort impeccable. This mindset not only sets us up for disappointment, but also blinds us to the power of incremental progress. True growth lies in celebrating the small wins, the steady, consistent actions that compound over time into extraordinary achievements. Progress, not perfection, is the secret to long-lasting success. Life is rarely linear, and neither is personal development. It's easy to become disheartened when progress feels slow or when setbacks occur. But transformation is not about giant leaps. It's about the small, deliberate steps you take every single day. These steps may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they create a ripple effect that can completely change the trajectory of your life. Small wins build momentum, and momentum is what carries you forward, even when the road gets tough. The pressure to be perfect can be paralyzing. It often leads to procrastination, self-doubt, and ultimately inaction. When you believe that anything less than perfection isn't worth celebrating, you rob yourself of the motivation and joy that come from acknowledging your efforts. Progress, on the other hand, shifts your focus. It reminds you that every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory worth celebrating. It teaches you to value the process as much as the outcome, to recognize that growth is happening even when it feels slow or uneven. Small wins are powerful because they reinforce positive behavior. Every time you accomplish a task, no matter how minor, you send a message to your mind that you're capable. This builds confidence and encourages you to take the next step. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, celebrating something as simple as drinking more water, taking a short walk, or choosing a healthier meal reinforces the habit of prioritizing your well-being. Over time, these small actions accumulate, creating a foundation for bigger, more significant changes. Transformation is often compared to planting a seed. You don't see results immediately, you don't expect a tree to grow overnight. But with consistent care, water, sunlight, and patience, that seed grows roots, sprouts, and eventually blossoms. The same is true for your goals. Each small win is like watering that seed. It may not seem like much at first, but it's essential for long-term growth. Without those consistent efforts, the seed would wither before it has a chance to thrive. It's important to remember that progress isn't always visible. Some of the most significant growth happens beneath the surface, in the unseen moments when you're laying the groundwork for future success. Just because you can't see immediate results doesn't mean your efforts are wasted. Trust in the process and give yourself credit for showing up, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Progress is often about persistence, about continuing to move forward even when the finish line feels far away. Celebrating small wins also cultivates gratitude, which is a powerful motivator. When you take the time to acknowledge what you've accomplished, you shift your focus from what's lacking to what's working. This positive reinforcement fuels your journey and makes the process more enjoyable. Gratitude keeps you grounded and reminds you that every effort, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. It transforms your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, allowing you to appreciate the progress you've made rather than fixating on how far you still have to go. Perfection, on the other hand, is a myth that often leads to burnout. When you set unrealistic standards for yourself, you create a cycle of frustration and disappointment. Perfectionism stifles creativity, discourages risk-taking, and makes you overly critical of your efforts. It shifts the focus away from growth and toward judgment. Progress, however, is forgiving. It allows room for mistakes, learning, and improvement. It acknowledges that setbacks are a natural part of the journey and that every misstep is an opportunity to grow stronger. To celebrate progress, start by setting achievable milestones. Break your larger goals into smaller, manageable steps. Each time you accomplish one of these steps, take a moment to acknowledge it. Celebrate in a way that feels meaningful to you. Whether it's writing down your accomplishment, sharing it with someone you trust, or simply taking a moment to reflect on how far you've come. These celebrations don't have to be grand. Their purpose is to remind you that you're moving forward and that your efforts matter. Another way to celebrate progress is to track it. Keep a journal, create a checklist, or use an app to document your achievements. Seeing your progress visually can be incredibly motivating, especially on days when you feel like you're not making any. Tracking your progress also helps you identify patterns and areas for improvement, giving you valuable insights into what's working and what needs adjustment. Progress is deeply personal. It's not about comparing your journey to someone else's or measuring your success against external standards. It's about becoming better than you were yesterday, about consistently showing up and putting in the work. Celebrate your progress in a way that honors your unique path and acknowledges the effort you've invested. Transformation is a marathon, not a sprint. It's built on a series of small, consistent actions that add up over time. By focusing on progress rather than perfection, you free yourself from the pressure to get everything right and instead embrace the joy of growth. Each small win brings you closer to your goals, and each step forward is a testament to your resilience and determination. Celebrate those steps, because they are the foundation of your success. In life, the most important competition is not with others, but with yourself. Society often teaches us to compare our achievements to those around us, creating a constant pressure to measure up to external standards. However, this mindset is both exhausting and counterproductive. True growth and fulfillment come from competing with who you were yesterday, striving to be better, stronger, and wiser with each passing day. This shift in perspective allows you to focus on your own journey, unburdened by the noise of comparison and the weight of others' expectations. When you measure your growth against someone else's journey, you're playing a losing game. Everyone's path is different, shaped by unique experiences, circumstances, and challenges. Comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10 will only lead to frustration and self-doubt. It's like trying to run a race on a track that doesn't align with your starting point or destination. Instead, the real question should be, how far have you come from where you started? Are you a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday? Competing with yourself means setting your own benchmarks for success. It's about identifying your personal goals, dreams, and values, and using them as the yardstick for your progress. This approach is liberating because it removes the need to conform to societal norms or external expectations. You define what success looks like for you, and you work toward it on your own terms. This kind of self-directed competition fosters authenticity, allowing you to focus on what truly matters to you rather than chasing someone else's idea of achievement. One of the most empowering aspects of being your own biggest competitor is that it shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. When you compete with others, you're often operating from a place of lack, feeling as though there's only so much success, happiness, or recognition to go around. But when you compete with yourself, you realize that your growth is limitless. There's no cap on how much you can learn, improve, or achieve. Your only constraint is the effort you're willing to invest in becoming the best version of yourself. This mindset also helps you build resilience. Life is full of setbacks, but when you're focused on your own progress, those setbacks become opportunities for growth rather than reasons to give up. Competing with yourself means learning to embrace failure as a natural part of the journey. Each stumble is a chance to learn, to refine your approach, and to come back stronger. This perspective makes you more adaptable and better equipped to handle the challenges that life inevitably throws your way. To compete with yourself effectively, you need to develop self-awareness. This involves taking an honest look at where you are, where you want to go, and what you need to do to bridge the gap. Self-awareness allows you to identify your strengths and weaknesses, to celebrate your achievements, and to acknowledge the areas where you still have room to grow. It's not about being overly critical of yourself, but about recognizing that there's always room for improvement and that the journey towards self-mastery is never ending. Setting clear, measurable goals is another crucial aspect of being your own biggest competitor. These goals should be specific to you, reflecting your unique aspirations and priorities. Break them down into smaller, actionable steps that you can work on daily. Celebrate each milestone you reach, no matter how small, because each one represents a step forward on your journey. This process of setting and achieving personal goals keeps you motivated and focused, giving you a sense of purpose and direction. It's also important to track your progress. Keep a journal, create a vision board, or use an app to document your journey. Regularly review what you've accomplished and identify areas where you can improve. This practice not only keeps you accountable, but also provides tangible evidence of your growth, which can be incredibly motivating on days when you feel stuck or discouraged. Another key to competing with yourself is practicing self-compassion. Growth isn't always a linear process. There will be days when you fall short of your own expectations. When this happens, it's important to be kind to yourself. Acknowledge your effort, learn from your mistakes, and commit to doing better tomorrow. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. By treating yourself with compassion, you create an environment where you feel safe to take risks, to fail, and to keep pushing forward. Being your own biggest competitor also requires a strong focus on personal development. Invest in yourself by reading, learning new skills, and seeking out experiences that challenge and inspire you. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you, who encourage you to be your best self. Take care of your physical and mental health, because your well-being is the foundation of everything else. The more you invest in yourself, the more you'll have to give to the world around you. That competing with yourself is a lifelong commitment. There's no finish line, no point where you can say, I've arrived. Growth is an ongoing process, and there's always more to learn, more to achieve, and more ways to become a better version of yourself. This journey is what makes life meaningful and fulfilling. By focusing on your own progress and embracing the process, you'll not only achieve your goals, but also discover a deeper sense of purpose and satisfaction. So let go of the need to measure up to others. Stop comparing your journey to anyone else's and start focusing on what truly matters: your growth, your dreams, and your potential. Compete with who you were yesterday, not with the world around you. When you do this, you'll unlock a level of fulfillment and success that no external validation can ever provide. Your greatest competition is staring back at you in the mirror, and every day is an opportunity to rise to the challenge and become a little better than you were before. In the journey of life, the greatest battle we face is not with the world around us, but with ourselves. Growth, progress, and true success come from within, from our daily commitment to becoming better than we were yesterday. When we focus on our own journey, silence distractions, celebrate our progress, and build resilience through self-awareness and discipline, we step into our true power. We learn that the path to greatness is not about perfection, but about persistence. Your growth isn't measured by someone else's achievements, it's measured by your own. Compete with yourself, celebrate your victories, and embrace every stumble as a stepping stone. Success is not a final destination, but an evolving process of becoming the best version of yourself. Stay hungry, stay humble, and above all, stay focused on you every single day. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your commitment to investing in your own greatness. May you continue to rise and thrive. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something about power, not the kind that comes from titles or possessions, but the kind that lives within you. Real power is quiet, intentional, and unwavering. It's the ability to know what to share and what to hold back. And today we're talking about 5 things every woman must keep private from men. Not every man who listens deserves your trust, Your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, these are not weaknesses, they are your humanity. Share them only with those who have proven they will honor and protect them. Some battles are meant to be fought in the quiet corners of your soul. Dream big, but dream for yourself. Before you tell anyone your goals, ask yourself, will they support this vision, or will they shrink it? A seed grows in silence, not under scrutiny. When your aspirations are fully formed, then, and only then, can you decide who deserves to know. The struggles you faced are not open invitations for judgment or pity. They are the chapters of a book only you hold the rights to publish. You decide how much of that story is shared, and more importantly, how it's framed. Remember, your scars are your strength, not someone else's ammunition. Money isn't just about wealth, it's about freedom. Your financial decisions are a reflection of your independence. Keep them guarded, not as a secret, but as a strategy. A man who values you will respect your boundaries and your moves, even if he doesn't know every detail. Ladies, the element of surprise is powerful. Don't lay all your cards on the table. Your plans, your next big move, these are yours to shape without outside interference. Reveal them only when they're ready to shine, not when they're still fragile ideas. In this life, you are the architect of your destiny. Choose carefully what you build and who you invite into your design. The world doesn't need to know every piece of you to admire your strength. Stay poised, stay grounded, and always, always stay true to yourself. There are certain parts of your heart and mind that are sacred places no one should trespass unless they have earned the right. Vulnerabilities are not weaknesses, they are the essence of your humanity, the raw and unpolished truth of who you are. But not everyone deserves to hold this truth. In a world that often mistakes openness for trust, it's crucial to remember that not every listener is a confidant, and not every inquiry is born from care. When you reveal your deepest fears or insecurities to someone who has not proven their loyalty, you risk exposing yourself to judgment, misunderstanding, or even exploitation. Vulnerability is a gift, not a free-for-all. It is the foundation of authentic connection, but it must be offered with discernment. Sharing too quickly or with the wrong person can leave you feeling drained, unheard, or even betrayed. Not everyone has the emotional capacity to hold your truths gently, and that's okay, it's not their role. It's your role to protect what matters most. Keeping certain vulnerabilities private doesn't mean you're hiding who you are or being dishonest. It means you value yourself enough to ensure that your story is held by those who will cherish it, not distort it. Think of your vulnerabilities as the most delicate part of your soul. You wouldn't hand a fragile heirloom to someone who doesn't know how to handle it with care. In the same way, the tender parts of your being deserve to be shielded until you are certain they will be received with respect and compassion. The act of safeguarding your vulnerabilities also reinforces your inner strength. When you maintain control over what you share, you retain power over your narrative. You become the gatekeeper of your emotions, deciding who enters and who stays out. This is not about building walls to keep people away, but about creating boundaries that protect your well-being. Boundaries are not barriers, they are the framework within which healthy relationships can flourish. There's an undeniable strength in selective vulnerability. When you choose to reveal your struggles or fears, it should be to someone who has proven their ability to support you without judgment. Someone who doesn't see your pain as a flaw, but as a part of your journey. These individuals are rare and precious, and they often come into your life only after you've cultivated the discernment to recognize them. Until then, it's okay to keep certain parts of yourself private. It's also worth remembering that not every moment of vulnerability needs to be shared with another person. Sometimes the best confidant is yourself. Journaling, meditating, or simply sitting with your thoughts can help you process your emotions without needing external validation. In doing so, you not only preserve your sacred spaces, but also build a deeper relationship with yourself. You learn to trust your own judgment, to comfort yourself in times of need, and to recognize your worth independent of others' opinions. When you keep your vulnerability sacred, you are not isolating yourself, you are empowering yourself. You're ensuring that the essence of who you are is not diluted by unnecessary exposure. This isn't about mistrust or fear, it's about honoring your journey. Every scar, every fear, every doubt is a testament to your resilience. It's a reminder that you've survived, that you've learned, and that you're still standing. Not everyone deserves to know the battles you fought or the wounds you've healed. Those stories are yours to share, not theirs to demand. So, take your time. Learn to observe before you reveal. Trust is not built overnight, and it's not something to give away lightly. When you do choose to open up, make sure it's to someone who has proven their ability to listen without judgment and to support without conditions. Until then, hold your vulnerabilities close. They are not for everyone to see, because they are a testament to your strength, your humanity, and your journey. And those things are sacred. Your aspirations are the seeds of your future, delicate and full of potential. They begin as quiet whispers in your heart, ideas that ignite a spark of excitement and hope. These dreams are yours first and foremost, belonging to no one but you. Their power lies in their connection to your innermost desires, to the parts of you that see beyond the present and dare to imagine something greater. But like all precious things, they need protection. Not everyone will understand your vision, and not everyone is meant to. When a dream is in its infancy, it is vulnerable. It's still finding its form, still solidifying into something real. This is the stage where it needs nurturing, not scrutiny. Sharing your aspirations too soon can expose them to criticism, doubt, and negativity. Even well-meaning people might unintentionally diminish your dream by projecting their fears onto it. They may question its practicality, point out potential challenges, or suggest alternative paths that align with their vision, not yours. While feedback can be valuable, it must come from those who genuinely support you and believe in your potential. Dreams grow stronger in silence because they have the space to take root without interference. When you keep your aspirations private, you give yourself time to explore them fully, to understand what they mean to you and how they align with your values. This silence is not about secrecy or mistrust. It's about creating a safe space for your vision to flourish. It allows you to focus on the joy and excitement of your dream without the noise of external opinions. There's a profound power in holding something sacred within yourself. When you resist the urge to share prematurely, you cultivate a sense of ownership and responsibility over your aspirations. They become a part of you, something you carry with pride and determination. This quiet confidence fuels your actions, guiding you toward your goals without the need for validation from others. It's a reminder that your dreams don't need to be understood by everyone, they only need to be understood by you. As your dream begins to take shape, you'll naturally start to identify the people who can help nurture it. These are the ones who listen without judgment, who encourage you without imposing their own agenda. They are the ones who see your potential and believe in your ability to achieve it. Sharing your aspirations with such individuals can be a source of motivation and inspiration, but even then, it's important to be selective. Not every aspect of your vision needs to be disclosed, and not every milestone requires an audience. The most meaningful progress often happens behind the scenes. It's also worth recognizing that some people may react negatively to your aspirations because of their own limitations or insecurities. They might feel threatened by your ambition or compare it to their own unfulfilled dreams. Their reactions have more to do with them than with you. This is why discernment is essential. Share your vision only with those who uplift you, not with those who might unintentionally or intentionally diminish your light. Keeping your aspirations close allows you to develop resilience. When you're not seeking constant approval or reassurance, you learn to trust yourself. You build the strength to move forward, even when doubts arise or obstacles appear. This inner strength is crucial, because every dream comes with its challenges. The path to achieving your aspirations is rarely linear, and there will be moments when you question yourself. In those times, the quiet foundation you've built becomes your anchor, reminding you why you started and why it matters. Your aspirations are a reflection of your unique journey and purpose. They are the compass guiding you toward a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. By keeping them private in their early stages, you honor their significance and give them the chance to grow into something extraordinary. When the time comes to share, you'll do so not out of a need for validation, but from a place of confidence and clarity. Your dreams are yours first. They belong to the part of you that dares to hope and believe. Protect them, nurture them, and allow them to grow in the silence of your heart. When they are ready to bloom, the world will see their beauty, but only because you took the time to let them thrive in private. The pain you've endured is part of your story, a testament to your resilience and growth. It holds lessons that have shaped you, moments that tested your resolve and forged your strength. But it is not a badge to wear for recognition or sympathy. Pain, while powerful, should never define you. Instead, it is a chapter in your journey, one that teaches you and prepares you for what lies ahead. Holding on to it as an identity or sharing it indiscriminately can leave you vulnerable to judgment, misunderstanding, or even manipulation. Pain has a way of transforming us, revealing depths of courage we didn't know we possessed. It strips away illusions and forces us to confront the truth of who we are. In those moments, we discover our capacity to endure, to heal, and to rise. This strength is deeply personal and sacred. It's not something to be flaunted or offered up to anyone who asks. Sharing your pain can create connections, but only if it's with those who respect its significance and honor the growth it represents. When you openly display your past pain, especially to those who haven't earned your trust, you risk it being used against you. Some may view your struggles as weaknesses, exploiting them to gain control or diminish your worth. Others might misinterpret your experiences, turning your journey into a narrative that suits their perspective rather than honoring your truth. This is why it's vital to be selective about what you share and with whom. Your pain is not a weapon to wield or a shield to hide behind. It's a lesson to carry quietly, guiding your actions and decisions. There's a fine line between acknowledging your pain and allowing it to define you. When you let past hurts become a badge, you risk living in the shadow of what has happened, rather than stepping into the light of what can be. Carrying pain as a badge often means seeking validation through it, allowing it to become a part of your identity that others see first. But you are so much more than what you've endured. Your essence, your dreams, and your potential are not confined by your scars. They are illuminated by your resilience. It's important to process your pain, to sit with it, understand it, and learn from it. This process allows you to extract its lessons without letting it overshadow your life. Pain teaches us empathy, patience, and strength. It can make us more compassionate and understanding, but only if we approach it with the intent to grow. Clinging to it or using it as a constant point of reference can stunt this growth, keeping you tethered to moments that were meant to teach you and then release you. Your past pain should serve as a guide, not a residence. It can inform your choices, helping you recognize patterns and avoid pitfalls, but it should never dictate your future. By holding on to the lessons while releasing the emotional weight, you create space for new experiences and opportunities. This balance allows you to honor your journey without being consumed by it. When you meet someone new, whether in friendship or love, it's natural to want to share parts of your story, but be mindful of how much you reveal and why. Sharing your pain with the wrong person can lead to exploitation or misunderstanding, while sharing it with someone who truly values you can deepen trust and connection. Take your time to discern who deserves to hear your story. The right people will see your strength, not your wounds. Your past pain is a chapter, not the whole book. It's a part of what makes you who you are, but it's not the entirety of your identity. Don't allow anyone to reduce you to your struggles or to use them as a means to control you. Your pain is your own, a private reminder of what you've overcome and the strength you've built. It's a quiet power, a lesson that lives within you and propels you forward. You are not your pain. You are the strength that emerged from it, the wisdom it imparted, and the hope it couldn't extinguish. Hold your past pain as a lesson, not a badge. Let it shape you but not confine you. The world doesn't need to know every battle you fought, it only needs to see the light in your eyes that says, I've endured, and I am still here. Financial independence is more than just the ability to pay your bills, it's the foundation of your freedom, your confidence, and your ability to shape your own future. Money represents more than material wealth, it's a tool for security, choice, and self-expression. When you have control over your finances, you gain the power to decide how you live your life. This independence, however, is not something to be taken lightly or casually shared with others, particularly when it comes to relationships. Your financial moves are your business, and how you manage your money should remain a personal and strategic affair. There is strength in keeping your financial matters private and your actions deliberate. Not every decision you make, every goal you set, or every step you take toward financial growth needs to be disclosed to others. The more you share about your financial situation, the more you open the door to judgment, unsolicited opinions, or even undue expectations from those around you. Financial independence is deeply personal. It allows you to make choices that align with your values, ambitions, and priorities without being beholden to someone else's approval. When you share too much about your financial situation, particularly with men or in romantic relationships, you risk creating an imbalance. Money can easily become a source of conflict, a point of leverage, or a shared obligation that was never intended to be. By keeping your financial moves private, you maintain control over your resources and decisions, ensuring that your independence remains intact. Strategic financial management means thinking long-term and acting with purpose. It's about setting goals, saving diligently, and investing wisely. These are actions that speak louder than words, and their results will show over time. There's no need to announce your plans or seek validation from others. In fact, discussing your finances openly can sometimes attract the wrong kind of attention, whether it's envy, manipulation, or pressure to share what you've worked so hard to achieve. This doesn't mean you can't seek advice or guidance when needed. There's wisdom in consulting experts or trusted mentors about financial matters. But even then, it's important to approach these conversations with discernment, sharing only what's necessary and keeping the details of your overall strategy to yourself. Not everyone has your best interests at heart, and not everyone needs to know the intricacies of your financial life. When it comes to relationships, financial independence is especially crucial. It's easy for financial matters to become entangled in the dynamics of a partnership, leading to complications or even a loss of autonomy. By maintaining control over your finances and setting clear boundaries, you protect yourself from becoming financially dependent on someone else, or conversely, from feeling obligated to support someone else's financial needs. Sharing financial responsibilities in a relationship is natural and sometimes necessary, but it should be done with clear communication and mutual respect. Even in these cases, it's wise to retain a level of independence, ensuring that you always have access to your own resources and the ability to make decisions for yourself. This isn't about secrecy or mistrust, it's about safeguarding your autonomy and ensuring that you never feel trapped by financial circumstances. Your financial independence also serves as a powerful example to others, especially younger generations or those who look up to you. It shows that self-reliance is achievable and that money can be managed thoughtfully and strategically. It's a silent but impactful statement that you value yourself enough to take control of your financial future. Your financial moves are about more than just money, they're about empowerment. Every decision you make, every dollar you save or invest, is a step toward creating the life you want. These moves are not for show, they're for you. They represent your dedication to your goals, your ability to plan for the future, and your refusal to let anyone else dictate your worth or your choices. Financial independence is your power, and it grows stronger when it is managed with intention and privacy. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Build your wealth, protect your resources, and chart your path with confidence and discretion. By doing so, you ensure that your financial future remains in your hands, and that is a power no one can take from you. Self-worth is the cornerstone of your identity, the inner foundation upon which your confidence, decisions, and relationships are built. It is not something anyone else has the right to define, manipulate, or diminish. Your value is intrinsic, something that exists simply because you do. It's not earned through achievements, validated by others, or tied to external factors. It belongs to you, and it's non-negotiable. When you allow others to define your worth, you give them control over your sense of self. This opens the door to insecurity, self-doubt, and a constant need for validation. Your self-worth becomes dependent on the opinions, actions, or approval of others, leaving you vulnerable to their judgments and whims. But you were never meant to live like this. True self-worth comes from within, rooted in an unwavering belief in your own value, regardless of what the world around you says. Your worth is not determined by how others perceive you. It's not about being liked, accepted, or praised. These things may feel good in the moment, but they are fleeting and external. True worth is steady, grounded in an unshakable knowing that you are enough as you are. It's about recognizing your unique qualities, respecting your boundaries, and honoring the person you've become. It's about standing firm in your value, even when others fail to see it or try to challenge it. One of the greatest acts of self-love is refusing to let anyone dictate your worth. This means setting boundaries with people who diminish you, walking away from situations that compromise your integrity, and rejecting narratives that make you feel less than. It means choosing yourself over the need to fit in, to please, or to be everything to everyone. This is not selfish, it's essential. When you stand firm in your self-worth, you teach others how to treat you with respect, dignity, and appreciation. Your worth does not increase or decrease based on your mistakes or successes. It is constant, unchanging. Society often tries to tie self-worth to accomplishments, appearance, or status, creating the illusion that you must earn your value. But this is a lie. You are valuable simply because you exist. Your worth isn't something you prove, it's something you claim. No failure can take it away, and no victory can add to it. Understanding this frees you from the exhausting pursuit of perfection and allows you to live authentically. Cultivating self-worth requires inner work. It means silencing the critical voices, both external and internal, that tell you you're not good enough. It means unlearning the idea that your value depends on what you do or how you compare to others. Instead, it's about affirming your inherent worth daily, reminding yourself that you are deserving of love, respect, and opportunity just as you are. This isn't arrogance, it's self-respect. It's knowing your value and refusing to settle for less. In relationships, your self-worth sets the tone. When you value yourself, you attract people who value you too. You don't accept less than you deserve, and you don't compromise your needs for the sake of pleasing others. Instead, you build connections based on mutual respect and understanding. Relationships become healthier when both individuals enter them with a strong sense of their own worth, creating a dynamic where neither depends on the other for validation. Recognizing your worth also means recognizing that others cannot see it if they're not meant to. Not everyone will understand your value, and that's okay. Their inability to see your light doesn't dim it. It reflects their own limitations, not yours. You are not here to prove yourself to anyone. The people who matter will see your worth without you having to convince them. Self-worth is about owning who you are. It's about standing tall in your truth, embracing your strengths and flaws, and knowing that you are whole and complete. It's about rejecting the need to shrink, to conform, or to seek approval. No one can take away your value unless you let them, and no one can define it but you. You are the keeper of your worth, and it is non-negotiable. Protect it fiercely, nurture it daily, and never let anyone make you question it. Your value is infinite, your presence is purposeful, and your worth is undeniable. Trust in that, and live your life as the empowered, confident person you were always meant to be. The power of your next step lies in its secrecy. It is your hidden strength, your untapped advantage, and the element of surprise that keeps you ahead in life. Your plans, when concealed, are protected from the scrutiny, interference, and opinions of others. They remain yours to shape, refine, and execute without external distractions or pressures. This is not about secrecy for its own sake, it's about safeguarding your vision until it is strong enough to withstand the world. When you share your plans prematurely, you open them up to potential criticism or negativity. Even well-meaning individuals can unknowingly dampen your enthusiasm or plant seeds of doubt. The weight of their opinions can make you second-guess yourself, stall your progress, or even abandon your plans altogether. Keeping your next step private ensures that your vision remains untainted by outside voices. It gives you the freedom to dream boldly and act decisively without fear of judgment. Secrecy also prevents interference. Not everyone who hears your plans has your best interests at heart. Some might undermine your efforts, either out of jealousy, competition, or a simple misunderstanding of your goals. By keeping your next move to yourself, you eliminate the risk of sabotage, whether intentional or accidental. Your plans remain in your control, free from outside manipulation. There is immense strength in moving quietly. When your actions speak louder than your words, you build credibility and respect. Results are undeniable, while promises and plans can be questioned or dismissed. Letting your accomplishments announce themselves not only surprises others, but also shields you from the pressure of living up to premature expectations. People will see what you've achieved, not what you've intended, and that carries far greater weight. Keeping your plans private also gives you room to adapt and evolve. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes adjustments are necessary. If you've announced your plans to the world, you might feel obligated to stick to them, even when circumstances change. This rigidity can hinder your success. But when your plans remain your own, you have the flexibility to pivot, experiment, and refine your approach as needed. Privacy gives you the space to learn, grow, and perfect your strategy without the fear of failure being public. Furthermore, the element of surprise is a powerful tool. When people are unaware of your next move, they cannot prepare for it or counteract it. Your actions catch them off guard, and your success becomes more impactful because it is unexpected. This advantage can be especially useful in competitive environments, where revealing your strategy too early can give others the opportunity to replicate or obstruct it. This approach requires discipline. The urge to share your plans, especially when you're excited or seeking validation, can be strong. But restraint is key. Remember, not everyone needs to know your next step, and the fewer people who do, the stronger your position. Share only with those you trust implicitly, those who will support, encourage, and respect your need for privacy. Keeping your plans private does not mean isolating yourself. Seek guidance from mentors, collaborate with trusted allies, and gather the resources you need. The key is discretion, sharing only what is necessary with those who can genuinely help, while withholding the full picture until the time is right. This balance ensures that you're not navigating alone while still maintaining control over your vision. When the time comes to execute your plans, let your actions speak for themselves. The world will take notice of your results, not your promises. Your success will carry an authenticity and power that words alone could never convey. And because your plans were protected until they were ready, they will stand strong against criticism or opposition. Your next step is more than a plan, it is your secret weapon. It is the culmination of your dreams, efforts, and vision, shielded from the distractions of the outside world until it is ready to shine. Guard it fiercely, nurture it quietly, and execute it boldly. Let your success surprise everyone, and let your silence, until then, be your greatest strength. In life, there is great power in discretion. Protecting your vulnerabilities, aspirations, lessons from past pain, financial independence, self-worth, and future plans is not about withholding yourself from the world, but about preserving what makes you strong, unique, and resilient. These aspects of your life are sacred, deserving of your respect and careful stewardship. When you honor them with privacy and intention, you create a space where your confidence can grow, your dreams can flourish, and your actions can speak louder than any words. Not everything is meant to be shared, and not everyone is meant to understand. Your strength lies in knowing what to reveal and what to keep close. Walk boldly, nurture your worth, and let your success speak for itself. Thank you for taking this journey with me.
My friends, we live in a world that thrives on the chase. From the moment we wake up, we are conditioned to pursue, to fight, and to run after the things we desire. But let me tell you a secret, a profound truth that holds the key to unlocking all that you dream of. Stop chasing, and it will come to you. Understand this: chasing is rooted in lack. When you chase something, you are telling the universe, I do not have this, and I need it to feel complete. This mindset creates a gap, a distance between you and your desire. The more you run, the further it seems to drift away. Why? Because your focus on not having is the very energy that keeps it out of reach. Let us shift our focus inward. The truth is, you already possess everything you desire. The life you long for, the love you seek, the wealth you crave, it exists within you, waiting for acknowledgement. When you align with the feeling of already having it, the outer world must reflect this inner state. This is not magic, it is law. So how do you stop chasing and begin attracting? Start by assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Close your eyes and dwell in the end. See yourself as already being the person you wish to be. Feel the joy, the peace, the satisfaction. Hold this state in your imagination and watch as the world conforms to mirror your belief. Detachment is your ally in this journey. To detach does not mean to stop caring, it means to release the desperation that keeps you bound. Trust that what you desire is on its way, moving toward you with divine precision. Just as the sun rises without your effort, so too will your manifestations unfold in perfect timing. And while you wait, do not be idle. Prepare yourself to receive. If you desire love, become the embodiment of love. If you long for abundance, live as though you already have it. When you act as if it is already yours, you create a powerful signal that draws your desire closer. Remember the power of stillness. In silence, the greatest transformations occur. Stop chasing and let the current of life carry you. The river does not force its flow, it moves effortlessly toward the sea. So too must you trust in the natural order of things. Stop running after what is already yours. Claim it with the quiet assurance of one who knows it is done. Your desire will find you not through effort, but through alignment. Stop chasing, my friends, and watch as the universe brings it to your doorstep. For what is meant for you cannot miss you, and what you truly believe to be yours is already here. The idea that you must believe you already have what you desire is a profound shift in perspective, one that challenges conventional thinking. Most people are conditioned to see life as a series of steps, where effort and struggle are the only means to achieve success. But the truth is far more empowering. Your state of mind is the key to shaping your reality. When you internalize this truth, life ceases to be a pursuit and becomes an effortless unfolding of your desires. Belief is not merely wishful thinking, it is a knowing, a certainty that transcends doubt. To believe you already have what you desire means to embody the feeling of that reality as if it is already here. This requires a mental discipline to detach from what the physical world currently shows you. It is easy to look around and see lack, to feel the absence of what you want. But when you choose to focus inward and hold the vision of your fulfilled desire, you begin to reprogram your mind and consequently the reality that surrounds you. Your state of mind is the foundation of your experience. The external world is a reflection of your internal state. If you feel poor, unworthy, or unloved, the world will mirror these beliefs back to you. Conversely, when you feel abundant, confident, and cherished, life naturally aligns with these states. The change begins within you, not through force or effort, but through the deliberate cultivation of belief. This is the essence of assuming the wish fulfilled. You step into the version of yourself who already possesses what you seek. This process is not about pretending or ignoring reality, but about shifting your focus. Consider a seed planted in the ground. You do not see it growing immediately, but you believe it will sprout because you understand the natural process. Similarly, when you plant the seed of your desire in your mind and nurture it with belief, it begins to take root in unseen ways. The results may not be instant, but the growth is inevitable if your belief remains steadfast. To fully embrace this principle, you must learn to live in the end. Living in the end means you stop waiting for external confirmation of your desires. Instead, you generate the feelings and thoughts associated with having already received what you want. For example, if you desire financial abundance, do not focus on the struggle of not having enough. Instead, dwell in the feelings of security, freedom, and gratitude that wealth brings. When you make this shift, your thoughts, actions, and energy align with your desired state, drawing it closer to you. Attachment plays a crucial role in this process. When you truly believe something is yours, there is no need to cling to it or chase after it. Imagine ordering a meal at a restaurant. Once you place the order, you trust it will be prepared and brought to your table. You do not fret or worry about how it will happen. This same trust must be applied to your desires. Detach from the how and when and rest in the certainty that it is done. Challenges will arise, as the world around you may still reflect your old beliefs. In those moments, it is vital to hold firm to your new state of mind. Resist the temptation to react to circumstances that seem contrary to your desires. Instead, reaffirm your belief and return to the feeling of already having what you seek. Remember, the outer world is a lagging indicator. It takes time for your new mental state to materialize fully. The beauty of this practice is that it empowers you to become the creator of your reality. You are not at the mercy of circumstances, other people, or random events. You hold the reins of your life through the thoughts and beliefs you choose to entertain. By assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you align with the creative forces of the universe and open the door for your desires to manifest. Belief is the bridge between the seen and unseen, the physical and the spiritual. When you embody the state of having, you collapse the distance between where you are and where you wish to be. Trust in this principle, and you will see your world transform in ways that seem miraculous. For what you truly believe, you will inevitably receive. Energy follows focus. This is a simple yet profound truth that governs every aspect of our lives. Whatever we give our attention to, we magnify. When we chase something, pouring energy into wanting, needing, and yearning for it, we unintentionally create a barrier between ourselves and the very thing we desire. Why? Because the act of chasing acknowledges its absence. It says, I don't have this, and I need to fill the void, and so the more we chase, the more the object of our desire seems to elude us, perpetuating a cycle of frustration and lack. To break this cycle, we must shift our focus. Instead of dwelling on what we lack, we align ourselves with the feeling of already having it. This shift is not about pretending or fooling ourselves, but about recognizing the energetic power of focus. When you focus on what you already possess, or the feeling of having your desire fulfilled, you align with a state of abundance. This alignment is magnetic. It draws your desires to you effortlessly, without the need for force or pursuit. Imagine you are holding a butterfly in your hands. If you try to grip it tightly, it will struggle and may fly away. But if you hold it gently, allowing it the freedom to stay or leave, it will often choose to remain. This is the same principle at work with your desires. Chasing them creates resistance, while aligning with their energy allows them to come to you naturally. The feeling of already having what you desire is the key to this alignment. Think about a time when you truly felt at peace, when you were not chasing after anything but simply enjoying the present moment. In those moments, life seems to flow effortlessly. Opportunities arise and everything falls into place. This is because your energy is focused on contentment and gratitude, which naturally attract more of the same. By contrast, when your energy is consumed by longing and pursuit, you emit a frequency of lack, pushing your desires further away. This principle applies to all areas of life. If you are chasing love, you may find that it seems to slip through your fingers. This is because the energy of chasing is rooted in a belief that you are not enough as you are. Instead, when you embody the feeling of being loved and cherished, you naturally attract relationships that reflect that state. The same is true for wealth, success, or any other desire. When you act as though you already have it, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. Alignment is not about sitting idly by and waiting for things to happen. It is an active process of tuning your thoughts, emotions, and actions to the frequency of your desires. This means cultivating gratitude for what you have, visualizing your desired outcome, and taking inspired actions that resonate with the state of having, not lacking. For instance, if you desire financial abundance, focus on the ways in which you already experience abundance, whether it's the food on your table, the roof over your head, or the support of loved ones. By appreciating these things, you amplify the energy of abundance, attracting more of it into your life. Detachment is also a crucial part of this process. When you are truly aligned with the feeling of having, you do not need to chase or cling to your desires. You trust that they are already on their way to you, just as you trust the sun to rise each morning. This trust allows you to let go of desperation and anxiety, creating a space for your desires to manifest. It is important to understand that the external world is a reflection of your internal state. If you focus on lack, you will see lack. If you focus on abundance, you will see abundance. This is not about denying reality, but about choosing which reality you wish to create. By aligning your energy with the feeling of already having what you desire, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is present, transforming your experience from one of chasing to one of receiving. This shift requires practice and patience. The mind is often conditioned to focus on problems and unmet needs. But with consistent effort, you can train yourself to redirect your focus toward fulfillment and abundance. Meditation, visualization, and affirmations are powerful tools for this purpose. By immersing yourself in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you rewire your mind and energy to align with your desires. What you seek is not outside of you, it is within. When you stop chasing and start aligning, you step into your true power as a creator of your reality. You realize that you do not need to run after your desires because they are already yours. Your focus becomes a beacon, drawing everything you need into your life with ease and grace. Detaching from lack is one of the most transformative steps you can take in manifesting the life you desire. Chasing, by its very nature, arises from a mindset rooted in scarcity. It sends a powerful message to yourself and the universe that you believe something is missing from your life. This belief creates a gap of space between where you are and where you want to be, and that gap becomes a barrier to achieving your desires. To truly attract what you seek, you must shift your focus from lack to abundance. This shift is not just about changing your thoughts, it's about changing the energy you radiate. When you chase after something, whether it's love, wealth, or success, you are affirming its absence. Your actions and thoughts are driven by the idea that you need to close the gap between you and your desire. However, this very act of chasing reinforces the separation. The harder you try to grasp it, the more elusive it becomes. Think of it like water in your hands. If you squeeze too tightly, it slips away. The key is to loosen your grip, to trust that what you desire is already on its way to you. Detachment from lack begins with recognizing the abundance that already exists in your life. This is not about settling or pretending that everything is perfect, it's about shifting your perspective. Take a moment to reflect on the things you already have that bring you joy, comfort, and peace. These might be small things, like the warmth of the sun on your skin, the laughter of a loved one, or the roof over your head. By focusing on these blessings, you cultivate a sense of gratitude, which is the foundation of abundance. Gratitude shifts your energy from wanting to having, and in doing so, you align yourself with the state of receiving. Abundance is a state of mind, not a measure of external possessions. It is the inner knowing that you are always supported, that life is unfolding in your favor, and that there is enough for everyone, including you. When you embrace this state, you stop chasing because you no longer feel the need to fill a void. Instead, you trust that everything you desire is already available to you in one form or another. This trust creates a magnetic energy that draws your desires to you effortlessly. The practice of detachment also requires letting go of the how and when of your manifestations. Often people chase their desires because they want to control every detail of how they will come to fruition. But this control is an illusion rooted in fear and doubt. True abundance flows when you release the need to micromanage the process. Imagine planting a seed in the soil. You do not dig it up every day to check if it's growing. Instead, you trust the natural process, knowing that with time, water, and sunlight, the seed will sprout. Your desires are no different. Plant them in the fertile soil of your mind, nurture them with belief, and trust the timing of their manifestation. Letting go of lack also means shifting your identity. Instead of identifying as someone who is seeking, identify as someone who has already received. This shift is not about pretending but about embodying the feelings and thoughts of abundance. How would you act if you already had the love, wealth, or success you desire? How would you carry yourself? What choices would you make? Start living from that place now and watch how your external reality begins to mirror your internal state. One of the greatest challenges in detaching from lack is overcoming the pull of the external world. It is easy to focus on what appears to be missing when your senses are bombarded with evidence of scarcity. But remember, the outer world is a reflection of your inner state. If you focus on lack, you will see lack. If you focus on abundance, you will see abundance. This is not about denying reality, but about choosing which reality to amplify. By consistently redirecting your attention to abundance, you rewrite the narrative of your life. Understand that detachment does not mean indifference. It does not mean you stop caring about your desires or give up on your dreams. Detachment is about releasing the desperate need for outcomes and trusting in the natural flow of life. It is about finding peace in the present moment while remaining open to the blessings that are on their way. When you detach from lack, you create space for miracles to occur. You become a vessel through which abundance flows freely, and what you once chased now flows to you effortlessly. Detach from lack, embrace abundance, and trust the process. When you do, you will find that life has a way of surprising you with gifts beyond your imagination. The key is not to chase but to align, not to force but to trust. And in that trust, everything you desire will come to you. The power of stillness is one of the most profound forces in the universe, yet it is often overlooked in our busy, chaotic lives. We live in a world that glorifies action, noise, and constant motion. Yet it is in the quiet moments of stillness that the seeds of manifestation truly take root. Stillness is not passivity, it is a deliberate state of being, a conscious alignment with the flow of life. When you embrace stillness, you create a fertile environment where your desires can unfold naturally, without force or struggle. Silence and trust are the cornerstones of this practice. Silence allows you to withdraw from the external distractions that pull your focus away from your inner world. It is in silence that you reconnect with your true self, the part of you that is infinite, boundless, and already complete. When you step into stillness, you tune out the noise of doubt and fear, and you begin to hear the quiet whisper of your intuition, which guides you toward your desires with ease and clarity. It just amplifies the power of stillness. It is the unwavering belief that the universe is working on your behalf even when you cannot see the evidence. Trust allows you to let go of the need to control every aspect of the manifestation process. When you trust, you stop resisting the natural flow of life, and you allow things to unfold in their perfect time and way. Trust is not about blind faith, it is about aligning with the deep knowing that everything is already working out for your highest good. You move away from the frantic energy of chasing and striving. Chasing creates resistance because it acknowledges lack. It says, I don't have this, and I must work hard to get it. Stillness, on the other hand, embodies a state of having. It says, I am already complete, and everything I desire is already mine. This shift in perspective is powerful because it aligns you with the energy of abundance. It is in this state of quiet confidence that manifestation flows effortlessly. Consider the natural world as an example. A tree does not strain or struggle to grow. It does not rush the process or doubt that it will bear fruit. It simply remains rooted, trusting the cycles of nature to bring rain, sunlight, and nourishment at the right time. This is the essence of stillness, being grounded in trust and allowing life to unfold as it is meant to. When you adopt this mindset, you stop trying to force outcomes, and you start allowing miracles to happen. Stillness also creates a space for clarity. When your mind is constantly busy, it becomes cluttered with conflicting thoughts and emotions. This mental noise can block your ability to receive the intuitive guidance that is necessary for manifestation. In stillness, the clutter dissolves and your mind becomes like a calm, clear lake. It is in this clarity that you can see the next step, feel the nudge of inspiration, or recognize the opportunities that align with your desires. Stillness does not mean doing nothing, it means acting from a place of centeredness and alignment rather than fear or desperation. Many people fear stillness because it requires them to confront themselves. In the silence, you may become aware of doubts, fears, or limiting beliefs that you have suppressed. But this awareness is a gift because it allows you to release what no longer serves you. Stillness is a healing space where transformation can occur. As you sit with yourself, you begin to recognize your inherent worth and power. You realize that you do not need to chase or prove anything because everything you need is already within you. Trusting stillness is a practice. It requires patience and persistence, especially in a world that encourages constant activity. Meditation is a powerful tool for cultivating stillness. By sitting in silence and focusing on your breath, you train your mind to let go of distractions and rest in the present moment. Visualization is another effective practice. In the stillness, imagine yourself already living your desired reality. Feel the emotions, see the details, and embody the state of having. This focused stillness sends a powerful signal to the universe, aligning you with your desires. The power of stillness is transformative because it aligns you with the flow of life rather than fighting against it. It is a state of surrender, not in the sense of giving up, but in the sense of allowing. When you trust the process, you stop clinging to timelines and outcomes. You let go of the how and the when, and you open yourself to possibilities greater than you could have imagined. Stillness is where faith and action meet. It is the fertile ground where your desires take root, grow, and bloom into reality. In embracing stillness, you tap into the infinite potential within you. You become a co-creator with the universe, not through force or effort, but through alignment and trust. Silence becomes your ally, and trust becomes your foundation. Together, they create an environment where your desires unfold naturally and effortlessly. The essence of manifestation lies in the principle of feeling it real, embodying the emotions and mental state of fulfillment now. This idea, simple yet profound, carries the power to reshape your reality. The physical world you experience is not separate from your inner state. It is a mirror reflecting your beliefs, emotions, and assumptions. To change the reflection, you must first change what is projected from within. Feeling it real is the practice of aligning your inner world with the outcome you desire, knowing that the outer world will inevitably conform to match. When you feel it real, you are not waiting for evidence to appear in your physical reality before embracing the emotions of fulfillment. Instead, you create those feelings within yourself as if your desire has already been realized. This is not pretending or wishful thinking, it is the deliberate cultivation of a state of being that aligns with the reality you want to experience. Your imagination becomes the tool through which you shift your inner state, and your feelings serve as the fuel that drives this transformation. The foundation of feeling it real is understanding that your emotions are creative forces. Every thought you think and every emotion you feel carries a vibration, and this vibration resonates with similar frequencies in the universe. When you embody the feeling of already having what you desire, you send out a powerful signal that draws that experience toward you. The universe responds to your state of being, not to your wishes or words. It is the feelings behind your thoughts that carry the creative power. To practice feeling it real, begin by identifying your desire. Be clear and specific about what you want to experience. Once you have a clear vision, Close your eyes and imagine yourself already living that reality. Engage all your senses in this mental rehearsal. See the details, hear the sounds, smell the scents, and feel the textures. But most importantly, focus on the emotions you would feel if your desire were already fulfilled. Would you feel joy, gratitude, relief, or excitement? Allow those emotions to rise within you and let them saturate your entire being. As you hold this mental and emotional state, you may notice that your mind tries to pull you back into doubt or disbelief. It may remind you of your current circumstances or question the possibility of your desire coming true. This is natural, as your mind has been conditioned to focus on the external world. The key is not to resist these thoughts, but to gently redirect your focus back to the feeling of fulfillment. Repetition strengthens the connection between your inner state and your desired outcome. Feeling it real is not just about isolated moments of visualization, it is about embodying this state throughout your day. Ask yourself, how would I act if I already had what I wanted? What choices would I make? How would I carry myself? Begin to live as if your desire is already yours. This does not mean spending recklessly or pretending to be someone you are not. It means aligning your actions, thoughts, and energy with the version of you who has already achieved the goal. One of the most powerful aspects of feeling it real is the way it transforms your relationship with the present moment. Instead of seeing the present as a place of lack, you begin to see it as the fertile ground where your future is taking shape. You stop waiting for happiness, success, or love to arrive and start experiencing those feelings now. This shift not only accelerates the manifestation process, but also enriches your life in the present. Another key element of this practice is trust. When you embody the feeling of fulfillment, you must trust that the physical world will conform, even if there is no immediate evidence. Trust is what allows you to let go of doubts and remain rooted in your inner state. It is the bridge between your imagination and reality. By trusting the process, you release the need to control or force outcomes, allowing the universe to orchestrate the details in ways that often exceed your expectations. The beauty of feeling it real lies in its simplicity. It does not require complex rituals or external tools. It requires only your willingness to shift your focus inward and cultivate the emotions you wish to experience. This practice empowers you to become the creator of your reality, showing you that you are never a victim of circumstances, but always a participant in the unfolding of your life. Divine timing is the profound truth that the universe operates in perfect harmony, orchestrating events in ways far beyond human understanding. It is the realization that everything unfolds at the right time and in the right way, even when it does not align with your personal plans or expectations. To embrace divine timing is to step into a state of trust, surrendering your need to control the when and how of life's unfolding, while knowing that every moment is precisely as it should be. At its core, divine timing teaches patience and trust in the unseen forces working behind the scenes of your life. When you plant a seed, you do not dig it up daily to check if it is growing. You trust the natural processes to unfold. Similarly, when you set an intention or a desire, the universe begins to rearrange circumstances, opportunities, and people to bring that intention into reality. However, just as a seed requires time to germinate, sprout, and bloom, your manifestations require the same careful unfolding. The human perspective is often limited to immediate desires and tangible results. You may want something to happen now, believing it is the best possible moment. But the universe operates with infinite wisdom. It sees the bigger picture, considering factors and connections you cannot yet perceive. What may feel like a delay or a setback is often the universe aligning the perfect conditions for your highest good. Divine timing is not about denial, it is about delivering in alignment with the most favorable outcome. And trusting divine timing requires releasing the illusion of control. When you attempt to force things or rush outcomes, you create resistance and often invite unnecessary struggle. This resistance stems from the fear that things won't work out, that you'll miss an opportunity, or that your desires won't materialize. But the truth is that the universe has never missed a beat. Everything you need comes precisely when you are ready to receive it. not a moment earlier or later. Readiness is a key component of divine timing. Often, the very things you desire require you to grow into the person who can receive and sustain them. The time it takes for your desires to manifest is not a punishment or delay, but a period of preparation. During this time, you may be learning lessons, developing skills, or clearing limiting beliefs that would otherwise hinder your ability to fully embrace what you seek. The universe does not give you what you want, it gives you what you are prepared for. Surrendering to divine timing does not mean passivity or inaction. It means acting in alignment with your inner guidance while releasing the need for immediate results. It is about being present and engaged in the journey rather than fixating on the destination. Each step you take, no matter how small, contributes to the greater unfolding of your desires. When you trust divine timing, you approach each day with faith and confidence, knowing that everything is moving toward fulfillment in perfect order. Gratitude is a powerful practice that aligns you with divine timing. When you appreciate what you have and where you are, you shift your focus from lack to abundance. Gratitude signals to the universe that you trust its process and are open to receiving more. This state of appreciation creates a magnetic energy that attracts your desires while allowing you to enjoy the present moment fully. Gratitude transforms waiting into a sacred experience, where every moment becomes an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Divine timing also teaches you the value of detachment. When you are overly attached to a specific outcome or timeline, you limit the universe's ability to bring you something even better. Detachment does not mean giving up on your desires, it means releasing your grip on how and when they will manifest. It is the freedom to let go and trust that the universe knows the perfect path to fulfillment. Often, when you release your attachment, you create space for miracles to occur. Looking back on your life, you can likely see examples of divine timing at work. Perhaps a delayed opportunity led to something even greater, or a chance encounter at the perfect moment changed your trajectory. These moments are not coincidences, they are the visible threads of the universe's intricate tapestry. When you recognize the synchronicities and patterns in your life, you deepen your trust in the divine order of things. The beauty of divine timing lies in its ability to deliver not just what you want, but what you need. It ensures that your desires come into your life at the exact moment when they can bring the most joy, fulfillment, and growth. It honors your journey, allowing you to evolve into the best version of yourself, while preparing you to receive your blessings with grace and gratitude. To trust divine timing is to release the weight of impatience and fear. It is to stand in the present moment with faith, knowing that the universe is always working in your favor. Each step, each pause, and each delay is part of a grander design, leading you toward a life of greater alignment and purpose. When you embrace divine timing, you align with the flow of life, allowing it to carry you effortlessly toward your dreams. In conclusion, life is a profound dance between desire and surrender, between intention and trust. The key to manifesting effortlessly lies in understanding that the universe operates in perfect harmony, always working for your highest good. When you stop chasing, align with your inner state, and trust in divine timing, you allow life to unfold with grace and ease. Each moment becomes an opportunity to grow, to feel deeply, and to prepare for the blessings that are already making their way to you. It is not the striving or the chasing that brings your desires into reality, but the stillness, the belief, and the alignment with abundance within you. The universe responds to your energy, and when you embody fulfillment now, you become a magnet for all that you seek. Trust the process, release the need to control, and know that what is meant for you will never miss you. Thank you for allowing these words to resonate with you today. May you walk forward with faith, peace, and the unwavering assurance that everything you desire is already on its way. My friend, I want you to understand something profound. Your words are the brush with which you paint the canvas of your life. If you desire to change the image before you, you must first change the words you speak, for they are not mere sounds, they are seeds. Each time you speak, you sow into the garden of your reality. When you declare, I am healthy, you are planting the seed of vitality. When you affirm, I am wealthy, you are commanding abundance to flow into your experience. And when you say, I am loved, you summon the warmth of affection and connection into your life. But here is the secret: speak not as one who hopes or wishes. Speak as one who knows. The words you utter must carry the certainty of fulfillment. Say to yourself, I am blessed not because you hope to be, but because you know you already are. This is not delusion, it is alignment with the infinite power that resides within you. Guard your inner conversations, for they shape your external world. If you have been speaking words of doubt, lack, or fear, recognize that you have been unwittingly creating obstacles in your own path. But do not despair. The moment you change your language, the tides of your life begin to shift. Begin each day by speaking blessings over every area of your life. Stand before the mirror and say, I am a magnet for success. I am overflowing with energy and health. I attract miracles wherever I go. As you speak, feel the truth of these words take root within you. And when fear creeps in, as it sometimes will, speak blessings even louder. Replace the whispers of doubt with declarations of faith. I am guided. I am protected. I am protected. I am unstoppable. The power of your faith will dismantle any barrier, no matter how insurmountable it may seem. Bless others as freely as you bless yourself. When you see a friend struggling, say to them, you are stronger than this. You are destined to overcome. Your words can lift them from despair and align them with their higher purpose. The universe responds to your voice. Speak as though you are the author of your destiny, because you are. Bless yourself abundantly, and watch as your life transforms into a reflection of your highest aspirations. Words are not just sounds or symbols strung together, they are the very essence of creation. From the moment they leave your lips, they carry the power to build or destroy, to heal or harm, to uplift or oppress. This is not an abstract idea, but a fundamental truth that governs the way reality unfolds around you. When you speak, you are engaging with the creative energy of the universe itself, shaping your existence in ways that are both seen and unseen. Just consider for a moment the impact of a single phrase. When you tell yourself, I am capable, something shifts within you. A spark of confidence ignites, your posture straightens, and your mind begins to align with the reality of your capability. Conversely, when you utter words like, I can't do this, you create an invisible barrier that prevents progress. The spoken word is not passive, it is active, alive, and profoundly influential. The creative power of words is not a new concept. Across cultures and spiritual traditions, the spoken word is revered as a force of transformation. In sacred texts, the act of creation itself begins with the word, let there be light. This is not merely symbolic, it is a reminder that words possess the ability to call forth that which does not yet exist. When you declare blessings upon yourself, you are following this divine pattern, calling forth abundance, health, and joy from the unseen into the seen. But why do words hold such power? It is because they are expressions of your belief and intention. When you speak, you are not just communicating, you are affirming what you hold to be true. Your words reveal your inner state and simultaneously reinforce it. If you say, I am strong, you not only express your belief in your strength, but also strengthen that belief. This is why it is so crucial to choose your words wisely. Too often, people speak carelessly, unaware of the creative energy they are unleashing. Phrases like, I'm always unlucky, or I can't catch a break may seem harmless, but they are powerful declarations that shape your reality. Every time you repeat such statements, you reinforce a pattern of lack and limitation in your life. To change your reality, you must change the words you speak. Begin by becoming intentional about your language. Speak blessings over every aspect of your life, no matter the current circumstances. If you are facing financial difficulties, declare, I am a magnet for prosperity. Money flows to me effortlessly. If you are struggling with health issues, affirm, my body is healing, and I am becoming stronger every day. These declarations may feel unnatural at first, especially if they contradict your present experience. But remember, you are not speaking to describe your reality, you are speaking to create it. This process requires faith and persistence. It is not enough to say the words once and expect immediate results. Just as the seed takes time to grow into a tree, your spoken blessings need time to manifest. But as you continue to affirm your desired reality, you will notice subtle shifts. Opportunities will arise, solutions will appear, and your circumstances will begin to align with the reality you have been declaring. It is also important to speak your blessings with conviction. Words spoken without belief are like seeds scattered on rocky ground; they cannot take root. When you declare, "I am loved" or "I am successful," feel the truth of these words as if they are already your reality. Visualize the outcomes you desire and let your emotions match the joy and gratitude of having received them. This emotional alignment amplifies the creative power of your words, accelerating their manifestation. The impact of your words extends beyond yourself. When you speak blessings upon others, you become a channel for divine energy, uplifting those around you. A kind word to a friend can reignite their hope. A word of encouragement to a stranger can transform their day. The blessings you speak to others often return to you multiplied, as the energy you put into the world inevitably flows back to you. But the most crucial aspect of this practice is consistency. You must make speaking blessings a daily habit, a natural part of your inner and outer dialogue. Begin each morning by affirming your worthiness, success, and health. Throughout the day, guard your words, ensuring they align with the reality you wish to create. And at night, speak words of gratitude and peace over yourself, setting the tone for a restful and rejuvenating sleep. As you embrace the power of the spoken word, you will witness remarkable transformations in your life. The blessings you declare will begin to manifest in ways that seem almost miraculous. You will come to understand that your words are not just tools of communication, they are instruments of creation, capable of shaping your reality into a reflection of your highest aspirations. Speak blessings upon yourself with unwavering faith, and watch as your life blossoms into a masterpiece of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. When you declare blessings upon your life, speak as if they are already done. This is the essence of creation: to align your words, thoughts, and feelings with the reality you wish to experience. Speaking as if it is done is not merely a ritual or a positive affirmation, it is a transformative act that bridges the gap between your current experience and the life you desire. It is a declaration of faith, a statement of certainty that what you seek is already yours. To speak as if it is done requires unwavering confidence. This confidence is not derived from the evidence of the physical world, for the world around you often mirrors your past beliefs and actions. Instead, this confidence comes from an inner knowing, a deep understanding that your words have creative power. When you say, "I am successful," you are not describing your current situation, you are creating a blueprint for the future. By speaking as though it is already true, you align your mind and spirit with the reality of success, and this alignment sets the wheels of manifestation into motion. The human mind is a powerful tool, but it is also impressionable. It does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined or declared. When you speak as if your desires are already fulfilled, your mind begins to accept this as truth. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions start to conform to this new belief, creating a ripple effect that influences every aspect of your life. This is not wishful thinking, it is the conscious use of your creative power to shape your reality. Imagine for a moment that you desire financial abundance. Instead of saying, "I hope to become financially stable someday," declare, "I am financially free. I have all the resources I need to live abundantly." At first, these words may feel unfamiliar or even uncomfortable, especially if your current situation reflects lack. But the discomfort is a sign that you are breaking free from old patterns of thought. As you continue to speak with conviction, you train your mind to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. You begin to notice opportunities you may have overlooked before, and your actions naturally align with the reality you are affirming. This principle applies to every area of life. If you desire better health, speak as though you are already thriving. My body is strong, vibrant, and full of energy. If you seek love, affirm, I am deeply loved and cherished. If you long for peace, declare, I live in a state of perfect harmony and calm. The key is to speak in the present tense, as if the blessing is already manifested. By doing so, you shift your focus from the lack of what you want to the fulfillment of it. And this shift is what draws your desire into your experience. Speaking as if it is done also requires emotional alignment. Words alone are not enough, they must be infused with the feeling of certainty and gratitude. When you declare a blessing, imagine how you would feel if it were already true. Would you feel joy, relief, excitement, or peace? Allow these emotions to rise within you as you speak. This emotional energy amplifies the power of your words and creates a resonance between your inner state and the external reality you are creating. Faith is the foundation of this practice. To speak as if it is done is to act in faith, trusting that the unseen forces of the universe are working on your behalf. Faith is not blind optimism. It is a deliberate choice to believe in the power of your words and the infinite possibilities available to you. It is the courage to declare, it is done even when the physical evidence has yet to appear. Doubt may arise, and this is natural. The mind is conditioned to seek proof and reassurance, and when it does not see immediate results, it may question the validity of your declarations. When this happens, remind yourself that creation begins in the unseen. Just as a seed takes time to grow beneath the soil before it breaks through the surface, your spoken blessings are taking root in the unseen realm. Trust the process and continue to speak with confidence. Consistency is crucial. Speaking as if it is done is not a one-time act, it is a way of life. Make it a daily practice to declare blessings over yourself and your circumstances. Begin each day by affirming the reality you wish to create. As you go about your day, guard your words, ensuring they align with your desired outcome. And before you sleep, reaffirm your blessings, allowing your mind to rest in the certainty of their fulfillment. You may encounter resistance from others who do not understand the power of this practice. They may question your declarations or challenge your confidence. Do not be swayed by their doubts. The reality you are creating is for you, and only you need to believe in it. Speak your blessings privately, if necessary, but speak them with unwavering conviction. You will begin to see the fruits of your declarations. Opportunities will arise, relationships will improve, and circumstances will shift in your favor. These manifestations are not coincidences, they are the natural result of your alignment with the reality you have been affirming. You will come to understand that your words are not mere sounds, they are creative forces that shape the very fabric of your life. Speak as if it is done, and watch as your life transforms in ways that exceed your highest expectations. Trust in the power within you, and let your words pave the way for a reality filled with blessings, abundance, and joy. It is done. The world you experience externally is a direct reflection of the conversations you hold internally. Your inner dialogue, the continuous stream of thoughts, affirmations, and beliefs you entertain, shapes the way your reality unfolds. It is the silent architect of your life, influencing your emotions, actions, and the circumstances you encounter. To change your outer world, you must begin by transforming what you affirm within. Every thought you hold carries energy. This energy either builds or dismantles the life you desire. When you allow self-doubt, fear, and negativity to dominate your inner conversation, you unknowingly set the stage for these feelings to manifest in your external world. Conversely, when your inner dialogue is filled with positivity, faith, and empowerment, your outer world begins to align with these affirmations. The relationship is seamless, and there are no exceptions. What you dwell on internally becomes the script for your life's unfolding story. Your mind is like fertile soil, and your thoughts are seeds. Whether you plant seeds of abundance or scarcity, love or fear, success or failure, the soil does not discriminate. It nurtures whatever you sow, and in time you reap the harvest of your inner dialogue. This is why it is essential to guard your inner conversation vigilantly. The thoughts you entertain, especially those you repeat consistently, become ingrained in your subconscious mind. Once implanted, they begin to influence your actions, decisions, and perceptions, shaping the reality you encounter. Consider how often you replay thoughts of inadequacy, failure, or fear. These inner dialogues act as self-fulfilling prophecies. If you repeatedly think, "I am not good enough," you project this belief outward, affecting the way you carry yourself, the opportunities you pursue, and the relationships you form. The outer world, responding to the energy of your inner dialogue, reflects this belief back to you through experiences of rejection or limitation. The cycle then reinforces itself, creating a loop that feels inescapable but is entirely self-created. Now imagine replacing those negative thoughts with empowering ones. Instead of "I am not good enough," you affirm, "I am worthy of all the good things life has to offer." As you repeat this affirmation, your inner state begins to shift. You feel more confident, capable, and open to opportunities. Your energy changes, and so does the way people and circumstances respond to you. Your external world, mirroring your internal dialogue, starts to present you with experiences that validate your worthiness. This is not magic, it is the natural law of cause and effect. To transform your inner conversation, begin by becoming aware of it. Many people go through life unaware of the constant chatter in their minds, allowing negative and disempowering thoughts to dominate without question. Take a moment to observe your thoughts. Are they supportive, uplifting, and aligned with the life you want to create? Or are they filled with doubt, fear, and limitation? Awareness is the first step toward change. Once you are aware of your inner dialogue, you can begin to guide it consciously. When a negative thought arises, do not fight it or suppress it, as resistance only gives it more power. Instead, acknowledge it and then replace it with a positive affirmation. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, "I always fail," counter it with, "I am capable," and "success is my natural state." Repeat this new affirmation until it feels more natural than the old thought. Over time, your subconscious mind will accept the new belief as truth. Consistency is key. The thoughts you dwell on most frequently hold the greatest power. Make it a daily practice to affirm the reality you wish to create. Speak words of love, success, health, and abundance to yourself, even if they do not yet reflect your current experience. Remember, you are not describing your reality, you are creating it. Your inner dialogue is the blueprint, and the outer world will adjust to match it. It is also important to guard your inner dialogue from external influences. The people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, and the environments you frequent all affect your thoughts. If you spend time with individuals who constantly complain or criticize, their negativity can seep into your mind, influencing your inner conversation. Be selective about what and who you allow into your mental space. Surround yourself with positivity, inspiration, and encouragement. Seek out environments that uplift and energize you. Gratitude is a powerful tool for transforming your inner dialogue. When you focus on what you are thankful for, your thoughts naturally shift toward abundance and joy. Begin each day by listing things you appreciate, and let this gratitude guide your inner conversation throughout the day. Gratitude not only changes your perspective, but also attracts more of what you are thankful for into your life. As you practice shaping your inner dialogue, you will notice profound changes in your external world. Opportunities will arise where there were none before. Relationships will improve and challenges will seem less daunting. You will begin to feel a sense of alignment, as if life itself is conspiring to support you. This is the power of a consciously guided inner conversation. Remember, your thoughts are not passive, they are active forces that shape your reality. The outer world is a mirror, reflecting back the content of your inner dialogue. By making your inner conversation a source of empowerment, you take control of the life you are creating. Speak to yourself with love, encouragement, and certainty, and watch as your world transforms to reflect the beauty of your thoughts. You are the creator of your reality, and it all begins within. Claiming divine favor is a transformative act of self-recognition and acceptance. It begins with the understanding that you are inherently deserving of every good thing life has to offer. This is not an act of arrogance or entitlement, but a realization of your worthiness as a creation of the divine. When you affirm this truth within yourself, you unlock the floodgates of abundance, love, and blessings that are waiting to flow into your life. At the core of claiming divine favor lies the principle of self-worth. How you perceive your value determines what you allow yourself to receive. If you harbor feelings of unworthiness or believe that good things are reserved for others but not for you, you create an invisible barrier that blocks the flow of blessings into your life. The universe responds to the energy of your beliefs, mirroring back to you what you hold as true. By affirming your worthiness and claiming divine favor, you shift this energy, opening yourself to receive all that is good and abundant. To claim divine favor, you must first understand that it is already yours. Favor is not something you have to earn through effort or perfection. It is a gift that exists by virtue of your being. Just as the sun shines without discrimination, so too does divine favor extend to all who are willing to embrace it. The key is to recognize and accept this truth. When you declare, "I am worthy of every good thing," you are not asking for favor to be granted, you are acknowledging its presence in your life. This affirmation requires more than mere words, it demands a shift in mindset. Many people struggle with feelings of inadequacy or guilt, believing they must achieve certain milestones or adhere to strict standards to be deserving. These limiting beliefs are rooted in past conditioning and must be released to claim the fullness of divine favor. Start by examining the stories you tell yourself about your worth. Are they uplifting and empowering, or do they reinforce a sense of lack and limitation? Replace any negative narratives with affirmations of worthiness and abundance. Self-worth is intimately tied to self-love. When you love and accept yourself as you are, you naturally align with the energy of divine favor. Self-love is not about vanity or self-indulgence, it is about honoring your unique essence and recognizing the divinity within you. Treat yourself with kindness, speak to yourself with compassion, and nurture your spirit with practices that uplift and inspire you. The more you love yourself, the more you align with the flow of favor that is your birthright. Faith is another essential component of claiming divine favor. You must trust that you are supported, guided, and cherished by forces greater than yourself. This faith allows you to release doubt and fear, replacing them with confidence and peace. When you affirm, "I am deserving of every good thing," do so with conviction, knowing that the universe is already orchestrating circumstances to bring your desires to fruition. Faith bridges the gap between your current reality and the blessings you seek, drawing them into your experience with ease. Claiming divine favor also requires gratitude. Gratitude is the language of abundance, signaling to the universe that you recognize and appreciate its gifts. When you express gratitude for what you have, you create a vibrational match for more blessings to enter your life. Begin each day by giving thanks for the favor that surrounds you, even before it manifests visibly. This practice not only elevates your energy but also reinforces your belief in your worthiness to receive. As you claim divine favor, you may encounter resistance from within or from others. The inner critic may try to convince you that you are not deserving, pointing to past mistakes or perceived shortcomings. Recognize these thoughts as remnants of old programming and choose to release them. Similarly, others may question or challenge your newfound confidence, projecting their own insecurities onto you. Stand firm in your truth, knowing that their opinions do not define your worth. Your favor is not contingent on external validation, it is an internal state of being. One of the most profound aspects of claiming divine favor is its ripple effect. When you embrace your worthiness and align with the energy of abundance, you inspire others to do the same. Your confidence and joy become a beacon, encouraging those around you to recognize their own value. In this way, claiming divine favor is not a selfish act, it is a contribution to the collective well-being. By stepping into your fullness, you give others permission to do the same. The practice of claiming divine favor is ongoing. It is not a one-time declaration but a way of life. Each day presents an opportunity to affirm your worthiness, to align with abundance, and to receive the blessings that are waiting for you. Make it a habit to speak words of favor over yourself. I am blessed. I am loved. I am worthy of every good thing. Let these affirmations guide your thoughts, words, and actions, shaping a reality that reflects the truth of who you are. As you continue this practice, you will notice a transformation not only in your outer circumstances, but also in your inner state. Peace, joy, and confidence will become your natural disposition. Challenges will seem less daunting as you trust in the divine support that surrounds you. Opportunities will arise effortlessly, and relationships will flourish. This is the power of claiming divine favor. It changes not just your life, but the very essence of how you experience the world. You are deserving of every good thing, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. The divine favor that flows through the universe flows through you as well. Claim it boldly, live it fully, and watch as your life transforms into a reflection of the abundance and love that is your true nature. Fear is a natural emotion, but when left unchecked, it can paralyze the mind and obscure the vision of a brighter future. Fear thrives on uncertainty, feeding on the unknown and multiplying with every thought of what could go wrong. Yet there is a powerful antidote to fear: faith. When fear arises, it is not a signal to retreat or surrender. It is an invitation to strengthen your trust in the divine flow of life. To replace fear with faith, one must consciously choose to speak blessings, even in moments of doubt and uncertainty. These words of affirmation and hope have the power to shift your focus from despair to possibility, from anxiety to peace. Faith begins with a decision. It is the choice to believe in the unseen, to trust that the universe is conspiring for your good, even when circumstances seem to suggest otherwise. This trust is not blind, it is deeply rooted in the understanding that life operates in cycles and that challenges are temporary. When you feel fear creeping in, pause and acknowledge it without judgment. Recognize that fear is merely a signal, a reminder that your focus has shifted away from faith. In that moment, you have the power to pivot, to redirect your energy toward the truth of your divine support. Speaking blessings during times of fear is a powerful practice that anchors your mind and spirit in faith. Words carry creative energy, shaping your internal and external realities. When you declare blessings over your life, you are not simply uttering empty phrases, you are engaging in a sacred act of creation. Your words become a bridge between fear and faith, guiding you toward a state of certainty and trust. For example, in moments of doubt, you might say, I am guided and protected. Everything is unfolding for my highest good. These words do not deny the presence of fear. Instead, they affirm a greater truth that transcends it. It is essential to understand that faith is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward despite it. Fear often arises when the mind fixates on what is lacking or uncertain. Faith, on the other hand, shifts the focus to abundance and possibility. By speaking blessings, you redirect your thoughts toward what is already good and what is yet to come. This shift in perspective diminishes the power of fear, allowing faith to take root and grow stronger. To replace fear with faith, you must cultivate a habit of gratitude. Gratitude is a form of faith in action. It is the recognition of blessings, both seen and unseen. When fear threatens to overwhelm you, take a moment to list the things you are grateful for. Speak them aloud, letting each word affirm the abundance in your life. Gratitude not only calms the mind, but also aligns your energy with the frequency of blessings, making it easier to trust that more good things are on their way. Another way to strengthen faith in the face of fear is to visualize the outcome you desire. Fear often paints vivid pictures of worst-case scenarios, filling the mind with images of failure, loss, or harm. Counteract this by creating a mental image of success, joy, and fulfillment. As you hold this vision, speak blessings over it. Say, I am worthy of this outcome. It is already mine. This practice not only replaces fear with faith, but also reinforces your belief in your ability to manifest your desires. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is also crucial when battling fear. The energy of the people and environments you engage with has a profound impact on your state of mind. Seek out those who inspire faith and hope, who speak blessings over their own lives and encourage you to do the same. Avoid those who dwell in negativity, as their fear-based energy can amplify your own doubts. Instead, immerse yourself in uplifting books, affirmations, and conversations that reinforce the power of faith. In moments of deep fear, it can be helpful to remind yourself of past challenges you have overcome. Reflect on times when you faced uncertainty or adversity and emerged stronger. These memories serve as evidence of your resilience and the divine guidance that has carried you through. Speak blessings over your current situation with this confidence, saying, "Just as I have overcome before, I will overcome again. I am divinely supported." Meditation and prayer are invaluable tools for replacing fear with faith. When you feel fear taking hold, find a quiet space to center yourself. Close your eyes, take deep breaths, and affirm your trust in the divine. Speak blessings into the silence, letting your words fill the space with hope and certainty. For example, you might say, "I release all fear and welcome faith. I trust that everything is working out perfectly for me." These moments of stillness allow you to connect with the divine presence within you, dissolving fear and replacing it with peace. It is important to be patient with yourself as you navigate the journey from fear to faith. Fear is a deeply ingrained response, and replacing it with faith requires consistent effort and practice. Be gentle with yourself when fear arises, and view each moment of doubt as an opportunity to deepen your trust. Over time, as you continue to speak blessings and affirm your faith, you will notice a shift in your internal landscape. Fear will lose its grip, and faith will become your default response to life's uncertainties. Replacing fear with faith is a transformative act of reclaiming your power. It is a declaration that you refuse to be controlled by doubt or negativity. By speaking blessings over your life, you align yourself with the truth of your divine support and open the door to endless possibilities. Remember, faith is not about knowing exactly how or when things will work out. It is about trusting that they will. Each word of blessing you speak is a step toward a life of peace, joy, and unwavering confidence. Blessing every aspect of your life is a transformative practice that calls forth abundance, joy, and harmony in all areas of your existence. It is an act of deliberate creation, where your words and intentions become the architects of a life filled with fulfillment and prosperity. When you affirm blessings over your health, wealth, relationships, and opportunities, you are not merely hoping for a better future, you are shaping your present reality through the power of focused thought and spoken word. Every area of your life responds to the energy you project, and by blessing each one intentionally, you create a ripple effect of positivity and growth. Start with your health, the foundation of your physical and mental well-being. Speak words of vitality and healing over your body, affirming its innate ability to rejuvenate and thrive. Say, "My body is a temple of strength and health. Every cell vibrates with energy and wellness." Such affirmations are not just comforting, they influence your subconscious mind to align with the vision of a healthy self. The mind-body connection is powerful, and by consistently blessing your health, you cultivate habits and choices that support your well-being. Next, turn your attention to wealth and financial abundance. Many people carry limiting beliefs about money, seeing it as scarce or elusive. These beliefs create energetic blocks that prevent prosperity from flowing freely. To shift this dynamic, speak blessings over your finances, declaring abundance as your natural state. Say, "I am a magnet for wealth. Money flows to me effortlessly and in great abundance." These words dissolve scarcity thinking and open you to opportunities for growth and financial success. By blessing your wealth, you invite stability, freedom, and the means to support your dreams. Relationships are another cornerstone of a fulfilling life. They are the mirrors through which you experience love, connection, and understanding. To bless your relationships, affirm harmony, respect, and unconditional love. Whether it is a romantic partnership, family bond, or friendship, your words can nurture these connections and strengthen the ties that bind. Say, I am surrounded by loving and supportive people. My relationships are filled with joy, trust, and mutual respect. These affirmations not only improve existing bonds but also attract new relationships that align with your highest good. Opportunities are the gateways to growth and achievement, yet they often go unnoticed when we are not in a state of receptivity. By blessing your opportunities, you become attuned to the doors that are opening for you, no matter how small they may seem. Say, opportunities come to me from all directions. I am ready and equipped to seize them with confidence. This practice shifts your mindset from one of lack to one of readiness, allowing you to recognize and act on the possibilities that align with your aspirations. As you bless each aspect of your life, remember to extend this practice to areas that may currently seem challenging or stagnant. Bless your struggles as opportunities for growth and learning, affirming that they are stepping stones to greater strength and wisdom. For instance, if you are facing difficulties in your career, say, this challenge is shaping me for something greater. I am capable and resilient, and success is on its way. These words not only shift your perspective but also empower you to navigate obstacles with grace and determination. Blessing every aspect of your life requires consistency and mindfulness. It is not a one-time act but a daily practice that becomes a way of being. Begin each morning by setting an intention to bless your day and everything it holds. Take a moment to visualize the various aspects of your life: your health, your work, your loved ones, and your goals. Speak affirmations over each one, letting your words flow with conviction and joy. This practice sets a positive tone for the day and aligns your energy with the outcomes you desire. In addition to speaking blessings, write them down. Create a list of affirmations for each area of your life and revisit them regularly. Writing crystallizes your intentions and gives them tangible form, making them even more powerful. For example, under health, you might write, I am grateful for my vibrant energy and strong body. Under wealth, you could affirm, my income is constantly increasing, and I am financially secure. This written practice not only reinforces your blessings but also serves as a reminder of your ability to create your reality. Gratitude plays a vital role in blessing every aspect of your life. When you bless something, you are expressing gratitude for it, whether it is already present or still on its way. Gratitude amplifies the energy of your blessings, turning them into magnets for more of what you appreciate. For instance, when affirming blessings over your relationships, take a moment to feel gratitude for the love and connection you already experience. This emotional resonance strengthens your affirmations and deepens your sense of fulfillment. Remember that blessing every aspect of your life is not about denying challenges or difficulties. It is about acknowledging them while choosing to focus on solutions, growth, and the potential for positive change. Blessing your life is an act of faith in the unseen, a declaration that you trust in the unfolding of your highest good. Even in moments of uncertainty, your words have the power to anchor you in hope and possibility. By blessing your health, wealth, relationships, and opportunities, you create a life that reflects the abundance and joy you desire. Your words become seeds planted in the fertile soil of the universe, destined to grow into a harvest of fulfillment and prosperity. Speak blessings over your life with unwavering confidence, knowing that every word carries the creative power to change your reality. In doing so, you step into your role as the deliberate creator of your destiny, crafting a life that is rich in love, success, and boundless joy. In conclusion, the words you speak have the power to shape your reality. By blessing every aspect of your life, your health, wealth, relationships, and opportunities, you align yourself with abundance, joy, and growth. This practice is a daily affirmation of your worthiness and your ability to create a life filled with fulfillment and prosperity. Your words are seeds that, when planted with faith and gratitude, bear fruit in every area of your life. Remember, the act of blessing is not just a declaration of what you desire, it is an acknowledgement of the divine power within you to manifest it. Speak blessings with unwavering confidence, guard your inner dialogue, and choose words that reflect the reality you wish to experience. In doing so, you step into the role of deliberate creator, embracing a life of harmony, abundance, and joy. Thank you for taking this journey of transformation through the power of the spoken word. May your affirmations uplift you, guide you, and bring forth every blessing you deserve.